Hi everyone. Now we are going to discuss some important questions from the chapter Chemical Reactions and Equation. First question. Write the balanced chemical equation for the following and identify the type of reaction in each case. This question is very important. There will be some reaction in the question paper. You need to balance the reaction, and after that, after balancing, you need to identify the type of reaction. So we can go for the question. Before that, if you didn't subscribe the channel, please subscribe the channel and visit our website www.winpointonlineclasses.com. Let's start the discussion. Hydrogen plus chlorine gives hydrogen chloride. Second one, magnesium plus hydrochloric acid gives magnesium chloride plus hydrogen. First we can go for the first one. The question is hydrogen plus chlorine gives hydrogen chloride. Here it is a word equation. We need to convert this word equation to skeletal form. Then after that we need to balance it. First we are going to write the symbol for each molecule present in this reaction. What is the symbol for hydrogen molecule? It is H2, and symbol for chlorine molecule is Cl2, and hydrogen chloride is HCl. So we can write the symbols H2 plus Cl2 gives HCl. It is the reaction. Now we are going to balance it. Before balancing, we are making boxes in the reactant side and product side. How we can balance it? We are going to count number of hydrogen. Here, how many hydrogens are there? There are 2 hydrogen. Then there should be, in the product side, there should be 2 hydrogen. Here it is HCl, there is only 1 hydrogen. We are going to add a 2 here. Now, it is 2 HCl. 2 HCl means there are 2 hydrogen. Here it is 2 HCl now, means there are 2 hydrogen. And now we can count the number of chlorine. Here, how many chlorines are there? There are 2 chlorines, and in the product side it is 2 HCl, means there are 2 chlorine. So it is a balanced equation now. The balanced equation is H2 plus Cl2 gives 2 HCl. Now we need to find the type of reaction. Now we need to identify the type of reaction. Here there are 2 reactants. H2 and Cl2 are 2 reactants, and HCl is a product. 2 reactants and 1 product. 2 reactants are combining together to form 1 product. It is a combination reaction. Next one, magnesium plus hydrochloric acid gives magnesium chloride plus hydrogen. What is the formula for magnesium? It is Mg, and hydrochloric acid is HCl. Hydrochloric acid is HCl, magnesium chloride is MgCl2, and hydrogen is H2, gives MgCl2 plus H2. How we can balance it? First we are counting the number of hydrogen. In the reactant side it is HCl. HCl means there is only 1 hydrogen. In the product side H2, there are 2 hydrogen. Then there should be a 2. First we are making boxes. There should be a 2. We are going to add that 2 here. Now 2 HCl means number of hydrogen, it is balanced. Now we can go for number of chlorine. Here it is MgCl2. MgCl2 means there are 2 chlorine. Here it is 2 HCl. 2 HCl means there are 2 chlorine. 2 HCl, 2 chlorine, 2 hydrogen, 2 chlorine. Number of chlorine is also balanced. Here there is a magnesium atom. Here there is a magnesium chloride molecule. Means there is 1 magnesium here and there is 1 magnesium here. Number of magnesium is also balanced. The balanced equation is Mg plus 2 HCl gives MgCl2 plus H2. Now we can try to identify the type of reaction. Mg plus 2 HCl gives MgCl2 plus H2. Here magnesium was alone, and after the reaction it has been combined with chlorine. And here in the reactant side HCl, after the reaction the hydrogen is alone. Magnesium is replacing hydrogen. In this reaction magnesium is replacing hydrogen. It is a displacement reaction. Next question. What are exothermic and endothermic reaction? Give example. We already discussed about exothermic and endothermic reaction. In exothermic reaction there will be production of heat. In endothermic reaction there will be absorption of heat. Chemical reaction that release heat are called exothermic reaction. Example, N2 plus 3H2 gives 2NH3 plus heat. When we are getting heat in the product side, it is exothermic reaction. In the product side we are getting heat, so it is an exothermic reaction. N2 plus 3H2 gives 2NH3 plus heat. It is an example for exothermic reaction. Then what about endothermic reaction? Endothermic reaction means it is a reaction takes place with the absorption of heat. Chemical reactions that absorb heat are called endothermic reaction. We can write the examples of decomposition reaction. CaCO3 plus heat gives CaO plus CO2. When we are applying heat, the calcium carbonate is converting into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Why is respiration considered as an exothermic reaction? Respiration means it is a reaction. C6H12O6 plus 6O2 gives 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus energy. It is a process of energy formation in our body. With the help of glucose, glucose is reacting with oxygen to form energy. This reaction is an exothermic reaction because it taking place with the liberation of energy. There is a liberation of energy, so it is an exothermic reaction. Respiration is oxidation of glucose which produces large amount of heat energy, so it is an exothermic reaction. Why are decomposition reactions called the opposite of combination reaction? Write equation for this reaction. Decomposition reaction means splitting of one reactant to form two or three product. These 2 or 3 reactants combine together to form a single product. These are opposite process, right? One is combining, one is splitting. So these are opposite. We can define combination and decomposition reaction. 2 or more reactants combine together to form a single product. This reaction is known as combination reaction. Example, N2 plus 3H2 gives NH3 plus heat. In the case of decomposition reaction, a single reactant is splitting into 2 or 3 products. This reaction is known as decomposition reaction. For example, ZnCO3 plus heat gives ZnO plus CO2. It is a decomposition reaction. With the help of heat, the zinc carbonate is splitting into zinc oxide and carbon dioxide. Single reactant breaks down to give similar products. This reaction is known as decomposition reaction. Write one equation each for decomposition reactions where energy is supplied in the form of heat, light or electricity. There are 3 types of decomposition reaction: photo decomposition reaction, electro decomposition reaction and thermo decomposition reaction. Thermal decomposition reaction, electro decomposition reaction, photo decomposition reaction. CaCO3 gives CaO plus CO2 in the presence of heat. 2H2O gives 2H2 plus O2 in the presence of electricity. 2AgCl gives 2Ag plus Cl2 in the presence of sunlight. So there are 3 types of decomposition reaction: thermal decomposition reaction, electrical decomposition reaction, photo decomposition reaction. What is the difference between displacement and double displacement reaction? Write equation for these reactions. Displacement reaction means one element is replacing other element from its compound. More reactive element is replacing other element. It is a reaction in which one element is replaced by other element from its compound. For example, CuSO4 plus Fe. When there is a reaction between copper sulfate and iron, iron is more reactive than copper. The iron is going to replace copper from copper sulfate solution, and the products will be iron sulfate, ferrous sulfate and copper. Now we can discuss double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction means there will be exchange of ions between compound. Reaction takes place with the exchange of ions between the reactants are called double displacement reaction. There will be exchange of ions. Example, Na2SO4 plus BaCl2. They are going to exchange the ion. After the reaction, we are going to get NaCl and BaSO4. They are exchanging the ion. BaSO4 plus 2NaCl. It is known as double displacement reaction. Reactions take place with the exchange of ions between the reactants are called double displacement reaction. In the refining of silver, the recovery of silver from silver nitrate solution involved displacement by copper metal. Write down the reaction involved. You need to write the reaction between AgNO3 and copper. So we are writing AgNO3 plus Cu gives CuNO3 twice plus 2Ag. Copper is more reactive than Ag. The copper is going to replace Ag from AgNO3. 2AgNO3 plus Cu gives CuNO3 twice plus 2Ag. Copper has been replaced silver from silver nitrate. It is a displacement reaction. What do we mean by precipitation reaction? Explain by giving example. Precipitation. Precipitation means the reaction takes place with the formation of precipitate. Reaction takes place with the formation of precipitate are known as precipitation reaction. Example, Na2CO3 plus CaCl2 gives CaCO3 plus 2NaCl. That calcium carbonate forming after the reaction is precipitate. You can see one S. S means solid. It is a precipitate. which we are getting after the reaction. Explain the following in terms of gain or loss of oxygen with two examples each: oxidation and reduction. Oxidation means it is the addition of oxygen. Reduction means it is a removal of oxygen. We can discuss this with an example. Oxidation reaction. It is a reaction takes place with the addition of oxygen. Next one is reduction reaction. It is a reaction takes place with the removal of oxygen. Now we can discuss the examples. Oxidation reaction. 2 Mg plus O2 gives 2 MgO. Here Mg and oxygen they are combining each other to form MgO. It is an oxidation reaction, addition of oxygen. Next one is 2Zn plus O2 gives 2ZnO. It is also oxidation reaction because oxygen is combining with zinc. Next one is reduction reaction. It is a removal of oxygen. CuO plus H2 gives 2Cu plus H2O. Before reaction it was CuO. After the reaction it is Cu. Oxygen has been removed from CuO. It is a reduction reaction. ZnO plus C gives Zn plus Co. Same thing. Same process is happening here. ZnO was zinc oxide was before reaction. After the reaction it has been changed to zinc, means zinc oxide reduced to form zinc, removal of oxygen. A shiny brown colored element X on heating in air becomes black in color. Name the element X and the black colored compound formed. There is a shiny brown colored element X. When we are heating it, it is changing into black. The element is copper. When we are heating copper with the presence of oxygen, it will change into copper oxide. Copper is shiny brown in color and copper oxide is black in color. Element X is copper and black colored compound is copper oxide. Why do we apply paint on iron article? Iron will react with water and oxygen present in the air and it will form rust. This process is known as corrosion. To prevent corrosion, we need to paint the iron article. Here you can see the painted iron article. Because of this paint, it will block the interaction of iron with atmosphere. What is the function of paint? It is a protective layer. This protective layer protects iron from the action of atmosphere. Iron articles are painted because it prevents them from rusting. Paint will stop the interaction of iron with atmosphere. Oil and fat containing food items are flushed with nitrogen. Why? We know that when we are purchasing a chips packet, when we are buying a chips packet, you can feel the air in the packet. The packet is full of nitrogen because when we are filling nitrogen is an antioxidant. Oxidation, if food is undergoing oxidation, the smell and taste will change. It is known as rancidity. To prevent this rancidity, we need to fill nitrogen in the packet. Nitrogen acts as an antioxidant and it prevents them from being oxidized. Explain the following terms with one example each. Corrosion. Corrosion means it is a chemical destruction of metallic surface because due to the action of atmosphere. Example, rusting of iron. Rancidity means it is because of oxidation. When we are keeping food items in the atmosphere for a long time, these food items are going to react with oxygen present in the atmosphere and the smell and taste of the food item is going to change. It is known as rancidity. Chemical destruction of metal surface due to the action of atmosphere is known as corrosion. When fats and oils are oxidized, they become rancid and their smell and taste change. It is known as rancidity. Subscribe our channel for getting instant notification of sample paper solution and support us for providing free online classes to everyone. www.winpointonlineclasses.com